Hey guys, welcome into Crafty Gamer Freya. I'm starting a new game of Love and Deepspace so I can go through storyline with y'all as well as enjoy. I do apologize that I am having to re-record my voiceover because I found out that you guys couldn't hear my voice yesterday. So I'm going to have to figure out how I am going to be able to get you to be able to hear me, y'all. I tested my audio for the stream yesterday and it seemed like it was going to work, but I'm going to go look at my other Love and Deep Space stream, and if it's doing the same thing on any of them, I may end up having to figure out what I'm going to do to get my audio going, or if I'm going to have to go back in and record over, which I don't want to do because that takes forever, especially on my longer streams. So right now we're just doing a character creation. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to like and what I'm going to go with for this character. This one I already had the name picked out. And again, I went with like a name that would I went with a name for one of my other playthroughs. I kind of have like themes with names. I'll reuse them a lot. But yeah, so I will say that out of obviously the name of the channel was named after my cat Freya, but for all intents and purposes, for me, you know, my branded name for this is just going to be Loki Kitsune. I'd rather keep it impersonal. No offense to y'all. Hence, I had to do some edits because my actual name, if you were watching live yesterday, you caught my actual name. It flashed on screen. So hence the need to edit. I do need to start editing these anyways and adding in everything. I finally bit the bullet and downloaded the editing software, and I'm teaching myself how to use it. So this is also good practice for that. It's also good practice for other things so that I can consider doing other forms of art creation. One of the reasons why I was so bummed is because I had voiced over everything I possibly could so that you guys could actually hear the storyline from the narrator's perspective of being the main character, in this case, my main character, Starling. So I think I did a really good job for this one. I was picking a character that would be a Zane main because I really haven't picked out which guy I'd want to go with. Because for me, it's more about the game and the experience of the gameplay and the events that happen and play out as you select your love interest, etc. Again, it's about the story, so therefore I created 4 accounts so that I could create it, so I could experience it myself. Mainly because I did the same thing with BG3. Like, you guys know, I mean, like I've had romances with various of the companions at this point in game, and while I'll always love Astarion because Astarion always will hold a special place in my heart just because his storyline is something that I think a lot of people can resonate with if they've ever been in a situation where they've been, I don't know, felt like that they were trapped into choices, or in his case, compelled. So for me, you know, while I love Astarion, I also do like the other characters, like Karlach. I love me some Karlach. I like the depth, the complexity, etc. And I really do love the storytelling that they did for each of those characters and the work that they put in it. And I really want to get as much as I can experience out of any game. So again, when they have things like this where what you choose really, honest to goodness, changes the character for story play, I will go back. It does have replay value for me. So this one will end up having replay value for me. I'm playing through 4 different storylines. I love the music for this. I think that they did a pretty good job. I mean, Sarah Brightman was the right choice for Love and Deep Space main song. She has got an ethereal voice and always has. God, I love her voice. Like, you guys have no idea how much I love her voice. But I listened to her a lot when I was a kid. Well, not quite a kid, I would say young adult. Because she started getting big when I was a young adult, so.
It's just a minor setback. It's like we're in another world. It's like we're in another world. It's like we're in another world. Being cautious is always a smart move. Being cautious is always a smart move. It's just a minor setback. It's like we're in another world. Being cautious is always a smart move. It's like we're in another world. It's just a minor setback. It's like we're in another world. It's like we're in another world. Being cautious is always a smart move. Being cautious is always a smart. Being cautious is always a smart move. Being cautious is always a smart move. Being cautious is always a smart move. It's like we're in another world. It's like we're in another world.
I'm even picky about
Being cautious
that.
is always a smart move. It's just a minor setback. It's like we're in. It's just a minor setback. It's like we're in another world. It's like we're in another world. It's just a minor setback. Being cautious is always a smart move. It's like we're in another world.
I like lower register voices, mainly because my voice normally sits in a lower register.
Being cautious is always a smart move. Being cautious is always a smart move. It's like we're in another world.
See, now we're moving in the right direction with the voice. It's like we're in another world. So one of the things I like about Sarah is that she has a 3-octave range, so she's very versatile. I love her entire career. She is just phenomenal. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how much I absolutely love her, pretty much her entire...
Day 1326. Attention. Target anchor lost. No response from base. Traceback 2 is about to pass the event horizon and enter the black hole.
I'm gonna get real quiet during these...
stuck in this loop. This never-ending journey.
Hello, Lincoln City. DPSC FM here to greet you on this early morning. Did you sleep well last night? Weather's nice today with winds at 5 kilometers per hour. Certain areas have a higher metaflux index due to the deep space tunnel. Expect wanderers to appear more often. We would like to thank all the hunters in the city for allowing us to live a normal, peaceful life. Next, a detailed report for each district, areas that are at high risk of being attacked by wanderers. All medical personnel, please get ready. Today is going to be another busy day. We now have a message for all the new hunters who recently passed their exams. Now that your journey is about to begin, we want to express our deepest gratitude and wish you all the best as you face the challenges ahead. And that's all for today. But before we go, please enjoy this gift we received from Deep Space 14 years ago. Love and Deep Space. These electromagnetic signals have traversed time and space, a miracle of the ages. One day we will be able to evolve from our current limitations, transcend the boundaries of life, and reach the stars. At a certain moment in the future, we can pass through the deep space tunnel and discover the future awaiting us.
"14 years ago, the Deep Space Tunnel appeared above Lincoln. It led to anomalous geomagnetic storms, and the creatures known as Wanderers emerged. From such an event, the Deep Space Hunter was born. Now society has returned to a sense of normalcy, but there are still Wanderers lurking in the shadows. Here
After
today
they
with
hand
us
out our
are many
badges, we'll be
seasoned
assigned to a
veterans in the
squad,
industry,
which will determine our
as
future.
well as
Aren't you
rookies.
nervous?
That
But
won't
we
change
care
the
only
outcome.
about results.
It's better to
The
stay
end
calm.
justifies the means. Our goal as hunters is to extract the protocors from wanderers in hopes of destroying them once and for all. That being said, congratulations on passing the selection process. We are grateful for your hard work. We will now begin the ceremony and hand out badges to the new Deep Space Hunters. First candidate.
That's you, isn't it? Hurry, get on stage!
As I said, I already had my name
Hello,
chosen.
sir.
Place your hand here to confirm your personal info.
Oh yeah, this was the one I named Kai. That's right. And Starling's the other one. Oops. This is the problem with having 4 playthroughs going. I don't remember what my character names are unless I'm looking at it. Oh yeah.
Ah, Enhausen class. It's been a while since I've seen this eval. You have a lot of potential for growth, and might even acquire new abilities. I can see why Jenna picked you, as soon as the rookie list was released to the public. It can't be detected?
As usual. Sir, that's likely because a wanderer attacked me 14 years ago, and ever since then, my eval level hasn't been stable.
Understood. That event did change many lives forever. You're not the first evolver whose level couldn't be detected. This isn't the only criteria we use when evaluating a deep space hunter. As long as you have the skills, this industry welcomes you with open arms. Congratulations, you are now a deep space hunter.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, guys. So we became a deep space hunter.
Rookies, this is Jenna speaking. I'm your Unicorn's captain today.
The fluctuations are... There's clearly been a metaflux explosion, but it doesn't match the Wanderer's threat level. Something's not right. What?
Something's going on here. Ah, so we meet.
A hunter? Are they also here for the mission?
Remains to be seen.
There are traces of metaflux on him as if he was attacked. Hey! I should call for backup.
Hunters Association Support Center. Is there anything I can do?
Quiet.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. But you...
Fluctuations.
Watch out. It activated its protofield. You're a hunter, right? Let's defeat it together. We're in the Wanderer's protofield now.
It's like we're in another world.
It must be hiding from us. Watch out, move. Be careful. Something about it looks off.
It can't run away anymore.
You can use the resonance evol.
Yeah.
It can't go on for much longer. Let's deliver the final blow together. We're safe for now.
For now? He can use the light evil, and he's strong. I haven't seen anyone like him among the rookies.
This isn't it.
That protocore could have given us useful info. Why did you crush it?
Huh?
Forget it. There's more to this than meets the eye. I need to investigate. Were you also assigned here? This place is more dangerous than it seems. We should get out of here and think about our next move.
No, we can't. We became prey stuck in a trap the moment we walked into this warehouse. Come.
You. How long have you been trapped here? Did anything unusual happen before the explosion?
I was sleeping at the time.
Seriously? In this place?
There's nothing complicated going on. Just a trick of the light.
Wanderers and light. Nothing.
They're luminivores. No movement, no fluctuations. Over here.
Luminivores eat light. And your evol is... This can't be a coincidence. Is this a trap specifically for you?
I'm just a normal hunter. You don't need to look too deeply into it.
You might be someone's prey, but from another perspective, isn't he just bait?
What are you thinking about?
If we can't escape, let's lure the luminivores out and take them down in one fell swoop.
You...
Use your evol.
Xavier is like always so close to the breast. Like he's always having to keep more from you than he needs to. Because he can't trust you and you can't trust him, which I find really funny.
Is getting stronger. Looks like they took the bait.
There are a lot of luminivores. If we don't take them out in one go, they'll respawn using the light.
In that case, we'll just... use my evil.
Please forgive me.
I love the light evolve. It's so pretty. The way that they managed to use it, and they use the contrast of light and dark to, and like the little, like
we actually defeated all of them. This is the first time I've experienced an evil resonance this strong.
It's interesting.
The fluctuations are gone, and so are the Wanderers. Your plan actually worked.
Yeah, but not even a single protocore was left behind.
They were accidentally blown up.
Oops.
The residual energy should be enough, right? So we're acquaintances now? I'm a new Unicorns recruit. And you?
Okay.
I'm Xavier.
Hi,
By
Xavier.
the way, could you do me a favor? If anyone asks what happened, tell them that, aside from the Wanderers, you saw nothing else, alright?
Don't you think that makes you seem a little suspicious?
I'm sorry. I'll explain why the next time we meet.
I'm heading over to your location right now.
I'm fine. Over here! That's my colleague. Where did he go?
I lost your signal and couldn't contact you at all. These protocore fragments. You took down those wanderers by yourself?
No. Actually, It's hard to explain, and I can't do it now.
Well, what matters is that you're okay. We'll talk more once the mission's over, alright?
Xavier cracks me up.
How mysterious. Him being here surely couldn't have been a coincidence.
His need to be secretive is I get it. Like, he's operating like a secret agent, really. So it's definitely an interesting play. See, it's always telling you have to go back a screen, and I'm sorry guys, I was having a little bit of connectivity issues last night. That's where like you'd see like some of the transitions not come through perfectly.
Don't go anywhere near that base. It's dangerous. And I'm not talking about the explosions or Wanderers.
No, you don't say, Xavier. You're Xavier? How did you get my phone number? I can delete it if you want, but I already memorized it, and it'll take me a while to forget. By the way, I'll keep our meeting. You're always so mysterious, or so why were you there? You're not a new Unicorns recruit. You're always so mysterious. You know more than you let on, I want to say. When you truly want to know something, there's always a way to find out.
I have to run some errands. Talk to you later.
This is where our wish pool opens up. Alright, guys. It makes you do that first wish to show you how the wish pool works. Again, this is my thing with not being able to turn off the freaking guide. I would like to be able to go through this after you've played it, but I get it. This is geared towards a single playthrough only, where people like really invest in their love interest. Obviously, this game was not meant for me. I'm not even included in the age groups of people who can play, which I'm not upset about. I get it. I'm not their target demographic for the game, but then again, I'm really not their target demographic. But anywho, it's funny. I just, oh well. So I really like the way that they did the upgrading here and gave you different ways to kind of get your memory up. Obviously, you have your tiers of the memory, you can rank it up, but it's always going to stay like a 3-star. There isn't a way to like get it above a 3-star, which is my only like kind of complaint, because I was able to do that in other games, but I see what they're doing for here. Also, the whole thing with memory rarity, etc. So I decided I'm not going to read through all of this. I tried to pause on it long enough for people to be able to read through, because it's just a lot of text. And on certain things, like, I love Tara. She's actually kind of fun. She is one of my more favorite little side characters. Anyways, back to the music for this. Michelangelo Leconte, his Mozart Love Rock Opera, that actually was a really good musical, by the way. And some of the other music that he's done, he's actually really good. Him and Sarah Brightman are actually older. I'd forgotten how old she was, because, like, she's... up there in age. Like, she's in her 60s. Michael Aconte's in his 50s. They're both phenomenal singers, and I get it. Them being older and not as mainstream right now makes them a little bit easier probably to pay for than somebody younger, newer, hipper, more in the scene, as it were. But I did like their choices because they both actually have fantastic vocals, and Michelangelo is actually Italian, which I think is interesting, and because they also did the Italian Tie Company as well, when they did the silk embroidered ball event as well, the Sweetie Silk banner. That was like really kind of cool. Like, they kind of paired that with like the creation of the ties, talking about all the fabrics. I'm a fabric nerd. I craft on the side, so I like to sew. I'm not great at embroidery, but I know how to embroider. I know how to crochet, do all that kind of stuff. So crochet, knit, sew, quilt. If it's fiber art related, macrame, some beading. Basically, if I can create it with any kind of fiber, or I can slip any kind of string through it, I can make it happen, given enough time and given enough want. Actually, not too bad at making origami, which I made baby Yodas for friends and family. I've made Hello Kitties. I've made just random ones. They're a lot of fun to make. They're cutesy. I've made the octopuses that you can, like, you know, flip for the mood and stuff like that. I have fun with that. And then of course I make, you know, crap for my dog so that he has little bandanas and stuff like that. So like, I'll go get the quilted squares that are like, you know, nerd themed, or like, you know, different fandom themes, or like different music themes. Although I think that my favorite one is to put him in his AC/DC when spouse is wearing an AC/DC shirt, because it's too cute. They look adorable next to each other. I made him a Witcher one because he's named after a character in The Witcher. He's named after the bard. So yeah, Yasker, my dog, has a Witcher you know, bandana for him. So right here, what I'm doing is I'm trying to only level up my 4 stars. I'm really big about like only leveling up the 4 stars and up because they're the most useful. I only level up 3 stars if I have to, and those are the ones that either that or I'll level them up if they have 3 ranks in them, because that also kind of helps make them a little bit more powerful. As you can see for this playthrough, we have a lot more companions that we can unlock. Some of them I probably won't be able to, just because they might have been event specific and only a limited time wish pull, like the current one, Raphael's Into the Canvas, which I only have on 1 of my 4. You think I would have been able to pull him at least twice? No, once. Yeah, so yeah, only one time. So this is one of the other parts of the game. Like, doing this can also give you a little bit of extra, like, I guess you'd say affinity points with your companion. Which I really think is kind of a cool thing that they offer here. There's just so many ways that you can earn. Give me one moment. All right, so we got the Sarah Moon event going on right now. We've had a lot of good events come up recently, and it's kind of made me have to play real safe, especially since I'm trying to play as free as possible. I had to do... You may see some disjointedness because where I've had to do some edits. Sorry, guys. I'm getting better at it. I just, you know... Don't kill me. So this is like where you get to find out like all your news and stuff like that. And there are times where you actually have a chance to share it for text dialogue with your with the companions that you have, like your love interests that you have, the allies. Like I said, I don't have a love interest picked. I don't really care to get into it that much. So for me, it's just, you know, it is what it is. It might actually be really good for me to have re-recorded this because I was trying to eat last night a couple of times during this because my food came right in the middle of all of this. All right. So right now I really like the bounty hunter event where for like 30 pulls you get like double your stuff. So I've been trying to use that on my sands and on for leveling and on my protocore fragments, the Selectarum, whether anyways. My brain is not remembering the names of things very well right now. Apologize. So yeah, these interactions kind of help you with like getting experience, and they're just like different plot points for you as well. Different things that you can share. I'm gonna go back into the story now. The cleanup of the abandoned research base wrapped up nicely. The other hunters, Tara and I, returned to the unicorns. As expected, no threat levels higher than A rank were detected in the area affected by the Metaflex explosion. When we cleared out the remaining wanderers, we didn't encounter any more danger.
By the way, did we get anything from the data we sent back to HQ?
They said data analysis would conduct another investigation. We have to wait for the results before assuming anything.
It was kind of scary now that I'm thinking about it. I'm glad you're okay.
You should do some reading for me. Maybe my luck's also pretty good today.
You're still in the mood to crack jokes? I had been trying to contact you for a while, and I was just about to try every method possible, both scientific and mystical.
The bright screen on the wall suddenly dims. Captain Jenna emerges from a hidden door.
Finally, we meet face-to-face, Unicorns recruits.
Everyone falls silent under her commanding gaze. Sorry guys about the sound issues here.
I'm relieved to see that everyone has returned in one piece. Your performance was recorded and uploaded to our database by the Hunter's Watch each one of you is wearing. Unicorns only chooses the best of the best. The squad will take that into consideration and assign you to the appropriate sector. In the foreseeable future, the difficulty of your assignments, nature of your work, and scope of your missions will correspond to your sector's role and responsibilities.
Alright, guys. So, just more storyline right here. Sorry I had to pause here. I had a distraction. We're getting better at communicating those distractions, but occasionally it can't be helped, so.
The uncertainty and fear we need to be prepared to face is far greater than what we've seen today. This means we will need to have an open mind, remain flexible, and have trustworthy allies. As for today's mission, I have to say that it was executed very well. Thank you.
With those words, Jenna briefly smiles, looks around, then slips behind the hidden door. The room's light turns on, and then followed by beefs and the hunters' watches, one after another. Everyone erupts into a frenzy.
Mission data analyzed. Please report to your respective sector at 8 a.m. tomorrow.
Sector. Data analysis. Captain Andrew. Wow. Data analysis! Yesterday's fortune was right. Well, what does yours say?
I look at my own watch. Under the unicorn section, it says, Sector Alpha Team, Captain Jenna.
You're working directly under Jenna? Wow. Can I visit you in the future whenever I want?
Are you sure you're not using that as an excuse to gawk at Captain Jenna?
I have two eyes. I can look at you and her at the same time, right?
Oh, you.
Well, that's it for today. Wanna grab a bite to eat?
We walk out of the Hunters Association. Not too far away, the heart of Lincoln is Azure Square. Mini drones equipped with 360-degree eyes, infrared sensors designed to monitor wanderer activity, patrol the sky. Today's Lincoln is nothing like that was once attacked 14 years ago. After Tara and I grab a quick snack, we decide to walk around the square, relaxing our minds after a busy day. So you admire Captain Jenna because she saved you, is that right? We stroll past the trees lining the path before sitting down on a bench near the square's monument. Her eyes light up excitedly as she shares her past from over a decade ago.
And just like that, the Wanderer was gone! Poof! Disappeared into thin air. After escorting me to a safe place by the road, she said, "You're safe now. Go home." That's what we call max level of security. So yes, as you can see, I became a hunter to follow in Captain Jenna's footsteps. I want to be as badass as she is, to be her equal and fight alongside her. Oh, I've just been rambling on. What about you? Why did you become a hunter?
Me? Well, under the clear sky, azure is lively. I look away, and as far as my eyes can see, the horizon is painted by the gold of the sunset. I still remember 14 years ago. It was the lively evening. All the roars of wanderers, like a flood, drowned out the screams and cries for help. I sprint through the street covered in rubble, not even knowing what monster is closing in on me until a sharp pain pierces me and burrows itself into my heart. A makeshift shelter made of remnants of collapsed buildings is within sight. Trembling, I muster all the strength I have and crawl toward it. Amidst the dirt and gloom, a small seedling breaks through the soil. Sorry, guys. It's gonna be disjointed. I survived this. I don't want to be anybody's prey. I don't want to run when there's danger. I understand that.
Looks like you're reminiscing about something from a long time ago. Yeah, I can see you're anxious, but also full of anticipation.
This is a very important symbol for Lincoln City. Mr. Gai welcomes you to Azure Square. Here, the past and future coexist. The old and new mingle
so noisy, like a kid who's constantly shouting.
Everyone, look over there! Tide Street is hosting a marine-themed exhibition. Follow me!
Let's call it here. We have to get up early for work tomorrow. We should go home and get some rest. Best laid plans
After
of
all,
Mason.
we've experienced a real battle. Getting a good night's sleep is important. I live pretty far from here, so I should be heading home soon.
MC and I have the same insomnia issue.
Goodbye.
After Tara leaves, I get up. I'm ready to head home. Noticing a figure standing behind the bushes, I can't help but sigh. Hey kid, can I help you or anything? But I'll just get going if you don't need me. The bushes rustle slightly, then quickly stop moving. I'm only able to take a few steps before I feel a tug on my coat.
So, miss, I overheard your conversation. Are you a hunter on a mission?
I'm a hunter on standby.
Everyone says hunters are super strong and you can do anything I ask, right? Right?
Brimming with confidence, he pulls out a stack of shiny gold cards from his pocket.
Here's what I'll give you as a reward. A full set of Super Hunter AR cards. And it has a limited edition Hunter Lux. Follow me!
Alright. So we're gonna follow this kid and figure out what's going on. Hold on, at least tell me what you...
We're almost there. I need you to help me catch that little red fishy.
Sure thing, but I can't promise I'll succeed. Is that okay with you?
Lucas! Oh no, she spotted us! Take this net and don't say anything about me hiring you.
He ran away already.
Unfortunate. This species of fish can only survive for a week on land.
A tourist?
The fish is gonna slip away, you know. Ta-da! The owner probably just wanted to throw in some fish to fit the theme. But this one, bright as a flame, is a real Flomula from Lemurian legends.
Okay. Who's this guy?
I'm not very familiar with those myths or folklore. Oh. Hat Island is closed off because there have been reports of wanderers. You should stay away from that place for now.
That explains why I couldn't get a boat ticket. It's good that you were here to let me know. Otherwise, I really would have wasted my time.
Wait. Here's the fish you caught. I hope it'll survive longer with you. If you like the sea, you should go to White Sand Bay. It's the most beautiful beach in all of...
Rude.
He didn't even let me finish. Darn it.
Signs that Raphael is not that into you. Hey Yvonne, it's me, just coming out of the elevator. Dr. Zane hasn't gone home, has he?
Don't worry, I'll check upstairs in the system, which sends out notifications. Dr. Zane can't forget them.
Yeah, besides, even when he's not working, he's still in his office. I met Zane after my grandma took me in. I was 8 years old then. Our families have been friends for years, so we'd occasionally get together for meals. We didn't meet again until half a year ago, during the follow-up checkup on the protocore fragments in my heart. I would have never guessed, after not seeing him for more than a decade, he'd reappear as my primary care physician.
You've known Dr. Zane for a while, right? I'll transfer your call over so you two can get started.
No, don't!
Oxo Hospital, for a brighter future.
Good job. You were 10 seconds away from being a no-show.
I thought everyone to book the last appointment of the day. Wait!
Don't worry, we have 5 seconds left.
Do you really need to be so precise?
3, 2.
Okay, you run, and then he wonders about your heart rate later? What the f-
Congratulations, you weren't late. Is this impeccable timing a new evol ability of yours?
Yvonne said you returned to Lincoln at 5 o'clock this morning and were back to work by 7.
She tells you everything.
You said it was a vacation, but you were actually in the Arctic to work on a secret project, right?
Patients shouldn't be so nosy. Report.
I mean, I know how Zane comes across, but he really isn't that
recently?
bad.
No.
No.
I've had one exam after another, so I pulled a few all-nighters.
Ignoring medical advice like it's nothing. I suppose you're just here to go through the motions. Sit over here, please.
Huh?
Listening.
Right. This isn't the first day I had protocore fragments in my heart. Even Dr. Dean said I was perfectly fine. And it's been 14 years. If anything bad...
She obviously
Don't
doesn't
talk,
understand.
But you should still breathe.
She obviously doesn't understand medical protocol, but that whole, like, not breathing thing is something that I do too. I'll just, like, yeah.
Zane looks so serious. Did he notice something was off? Nah, he just normally looks aloof. He probably has the same expression on his face regardless of whom he's treating.
A fast resting heart rate. What riled you up this time?
You're just imagining things.
Running late for the appointment.
Fine. I was really nervous, okay? But I'm always like this whenever I see a doctor.
Truly, your allergy is unique.
So?
Heart arrhythmia, premature ventricular contractions, heart murmurs.
Really?
Despite being aware of the risks, you still became a hunter.
Make fun of me all you want, but you know why I did it.
I wasn't mocking you. Lincoln has been the safest it's ever been under the watchful eye of our skilled hunter.
Not necessarily. One day, our skilled Dr. Zane will find himself in a bit of a predicament. The hunter who saves you might just be me.
If you wish to hold something over me, then I suggest you be careful while out in the field. I prefer not to see you be airlifted to the hospital via helicopter.
You should know, as my primary care physician, I'm fine, really. I have a lot of energy. Usually patients experience after effects of being attacked. You may feel fine now, but there might still be problems later down the line. Okay, Zane. Let's see. But many of the patients you treated all recovered, right? You're a good doctor, Dr. Zane. It's difficult to say if your optimism is a strength or a weakness. Alright, I promise I'll follow the doctor's orders. I won't be stubborn. I'll avoid taking unnecessary risks. She's lying through her teeth. Alright, let's get started with the regular checkups. Okay, well, I should say this. She tries to be good, but the job sometimes there's risks on the job. More random gameplay that builds up your stuff. I mean, the game really, honest to goodness, it does have a lot of facets to it. I'll give it that. Speaking of which, evening time came and I can now like log in and get that on my gameplays right now. So, alrighty. As you can see, they offer a lot of different things to kind of get you going to where you actually can get cards. And to be fair, for a gacha game, they do give a lot and give you low cost options a lot, which I like. I plop up to my bed and pull out my hunter's watch. In my inbox is a team recruitment. I've actually become a hunter. Unicorn's an alpha team. I wonder what the veteran hunters are like. Outside my window, under the night, there's tree sway. The branches rustling to the beat of the wind. Thunder rumbles in the distance. It's about to rain. The weather forecast didn't mention anything about a storm. Suddenly the phone rings. Caleb?
I knew you'd still be awake. What are you up to?
I just got home. I'm beat.
Your first day of hunting. Well?
It wasn't bad. I didn't bring disgrace to my family.
Well, that's good. What matters is that you're alive.
What about you? Why are you calling me now? Aren't you on a military flight operation?
I should be cruising along, but things wrapped up quite nicely and ended early.
Did you guys encounter any wonders in the deep space tunnel?
Are you actually worried about me?
If something happens to you, we won't be able to see Grandma together at the end of the month.
Come on, I know how important it is to you. Even if I was in a wheelchair, you'd push me there.
Say something good for once. Don't jinx yourself.
Alright, it's been peaceful. The field within the tunnel is as stable as it can be. Very few wanderers. Don't worry. Everything else is top secret. My lips are sealed.
Yeah, everything's a secret with you people in the Deep Space Aviation Administration.
Yep, mysterious and spooky.
I like Caleb. I'm so scared. Scary enough for the pipsqueak to put cilantro in your food.
Okay, I'll stop.
Obviously, he's one of those that can taste
It's late.
cilantro.
You should go to bed now. Sweet dreams.
As I draw the curtain in the darkness, something strange catches my attention. I look up and outside my window, a separate, but only by glass. What is that? In the blink of an eye, darkness swallows. I couldn't understand what I just saw. Raindrops fall, trails of water seamlessly cutting. Overwhelming darkness of the night envelops the nearby buildings as storm rages on swallowing the light on Lincoln. Sorry guys, it kind of ran too fast and I can't really read that fast. It's my only problem with ever putting anything on auto. The snapshots are fun. What I like is that they give you ways to do this and kind of make it kind of fun, so... Just never mind me here. I like the outfit options and stuff like that they give you. Again, I'm probably not going to have all like the really extreme options on this playthrough. I'm trying to play it as free as I can. I do this so that I can have them set their avatars, really. The poses are fun. They're cutesy. They're, well, what you'd expect. Are you still sitting in the waiting area at this hour? Shouldn't you have gone home? When did you notice? Dr. Thane, when did you notice me? So, again, just reacting to these so I can get some extra good affinity points. It goes a long way.
What a coincidence. I was just passing by, got attracted by the surroundings. Probably we'll see each other here often.
It's you. I
Might
drop
as
by
well
here
get those
sometimes
interactions
because the
in.
coffee is good. We seem to share a similar taste. What is it?
While I am physically here, my soul has drifted to another time and space.
See what I mean about freebies and stuff like that? It's kind of actually nice to have. Let's see who we're gonna get. Alright. So it looks like we just got a lot of standard pulls on this one. Let's see. I mean, I don't think we did too terribly bad. I mean, we did get 1 4-star out of that, and it was a good Zane one too. So what I'm trying to do here is just get my level ups done. Again, just focusing specifically on the ones that are 4-star and above, or ones that I know I'm going to need a little bit higher that are already in my turnaround, or I'm ranking up the ones that I got the ranks of. The Nestle memory is one of the cute ones. All right. As you can see, there's just a lot of information to go over in this game, and I'm just kind of skimming over it quickly. And don't forget to collect all the emojis. I didn't do that on my first playthrough, and I don't have that little heart emoji, and it has not popped up back since, and it kills me, because that's one of the few Xavier emojis I don't have. And I don't think I'm going to get it again. Not that I care, because that's not my, like, you know, Xavier's my main account. That's my Silas account. Alright. So... it means I'm flexible and can adapt to any environment. I'm gonna go eat now. Have you eaten yet? Are you being humble? I wouldn't be surprised. So as you can see, I can actually read very quickly in my brain. It's just the vocalization of words that does not work. I mean, it's long enough to read it. It's just not long enough to, like, actually read it and say it. All right. Have you ever dreamed the same dreams? So this one actually was a really interesting article because there is things about dream theory about, like, that kind of coincides with that article, which I find it funny that they would actually pull on, like, articles like that for the game. But I think it's kind of, it kind of adds to the sweetness of the game, you know? There's definitely some stuff going on there. Hmm. So we're gonna go back to storyline. I would be definitely very happy to see rabbits, you know, and there are stories. There are stories about me and bunnies and finding bunnies and saving bunnies and yeah. I know all too well what it's like to have bunnies. They're very cute. They're very smart. They are devious little bastards. You have no idea. So I could only imagine what kind of mess that would have made at the hospital, all those research lab bunnies getting out. Finally, this busy day can come to an end. I plop onto my bed and pull out my hunter's watch, and in my inbox is the team recruitment. Actually, I became a hunter. Unicorn Sapple team. I wonder what it's like. Oh yeah, this is where I'm about to realize that I'm going through the same memory again.
I knew you'd still be awake. What are you up to? Your first day of hunting.
Yeah, it only took me till the phone call to realize it, though. Finally, this busy day. Oh, wait, and then I go right back into it. Okay.
Hunter's Watch, HOS 11-4. Metaflux detection system has been updated to the latest version. Guidance for each floor has been uploaded. Use of the Sleeping Pod has been approved, and access to the VR training center has been granted. The system log shows you had less than 4 hours of sleep last night. The quality was also extremely poor.
A console appears from the compartment and presents...
One drum reel.
I touch the bags under my eyes, my mind replaying the scene of the eye. I thought Wanderers only appeared when it rushed to my home, desperate scanning for nearby area I find abnormal. I'll try and dig up something in the squad files. Yeah, I'm not reading this, it's too fast.
Alpha Team has special life insurance for its members. Please sign here. Alpha Team is on the 3rd floor. The office is next to the Mulberry Bridge. This is so in case of an emergency, you'll be able to arrive anywhere in Lincoln City within a few seconds. I need to go now. Have a great day.
A newbie. Stay right there.
Hesitant, I don't move. I inadvertently look at the array of dark-colored monitors. It's rare to see such old-fashioned products in an era of such rapid technological advancement. I guess they're mainly used to avoid small talk. The back of the monitors is plastered with dozens of portraits of wanderers, big and small, handwritten notes containing all sorts of information on the present. Among them is a familiar face. Isn't that a Luminivore? The wanderer records are all rare. It seems the person is quite knowledgeable. Oh right, what I saw outside my window last night. I walk up to the monitor and give it a few taps. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Do you think that there are wanderers that can turn invisible or just disappear in a split second? It's okay if you don't want to answer.
What did you see?
As if a switch had been flipped, suddenly springs up from behind the desk and walks over to me. Well, It's just...
Draw it.
His small eyes look surprisingly bigger as they're fixated upon me. He shoves the pen right into my hand as the tip's flickering red light. A Bramingo?
You know about them? This has the latest Kennel OS. It's fresh from the oven of our techies. The resolution is 3 times better than the previous version. Oh, I only use it for work. That's it. Look, here's the TSC security authentication code.
I nod, and I take the pen. I press the switch, and the tip emits 3 green streaks of light, which coil around my arm. The memory of what is behind the curtain appears in my mind once more. The moment the pen touches paper, the lines begin to dance across it. It's a matter of seconds. The fearsome eye is drawn out.
It's beautiful. I mean, it looks dangerous.
Recalling what I saw, I manually add in a few more details. That's all I can remember.
Just leave it to me.
Nero, Andrew is looking for you.
The door swings open. Captain Jenna walks in. It seems that she's just returned from a mission.
Let me remind you that data analytics is on the 5th floor. If you prefer to hide here for some peace and quiet, you might as well request a transfer.
Nero doesn't dare respond. He snatches the pen and paper from my hand and runs away. Ma'am?
Call me Captain like everyone else. Jenna works too. How's the paperwork? If there are any issues, you should speak up now.
Everything's going well, but the squad?
It's normal for us not to be here. We don't need to sit in HQ all the time if there's no mission.
I see. Perhaps sensing something in my awkwardness, she smiles.
Relax. Yes, our job can be dangerous. But before any mission is assigned, Advanced Tech Labs considers the hunter's evol, overall capabilities, and efficacy. Of course, while efficacy can be measured, people are another story. Outside of urgent missions, you're allowed to pick and choose. Don't worry, you won't be forced to resign from Alpha Team on your first day.
Understood. Thank you, Captain Jenna. Feeling a vibration on my wrist, I lift my arm. The Hunter's Watch shows me the virtual user interface
Perfect.
for missions.
Advanced Tech Labs has a job for you. Hear them out first, then go take a look.
All right, Captain.
Getting to that place will be tricky. I have a 270HM already parked by the Moveri Bridge for you.
All right, time for close encounter. Half a month ago, Mr. Raymond, a renowned collector in the city and employer of our client, began to exhibit symptoms of mental confusion and other abnormal behavior. He locked himself into one of his collection rooms. After multiple diagnoses, the possibility of mental illness has been ruled out. The southeastern suburbs are built near the sea and mountains. Many luxurious villas and holiday resorts can be found here. Its prosperity rivals that of the center of the city. Yet the renowned art collector, Mr. Raymond, this path never seems to end. A steep winding road through the mountains near the western suburbs is lined with trees that could cover the sky. Like you're in the wilderness. There's nothing to see, and you really can't go anywhere. If your car breaks down here, you'd be in a bind. Making a sharp turn, I notice a familiar car parked on the shoulder of the road, and a tall figure stands beside it. As I drive past him, he turns around, we lock eyes, and I'm startled by who it is. Zane? I slam on my brakes and then come to a stop. Then I remove my helmet.
You have that look on your face. What is it?
He walks to his car, opens the hood, and white smoke billows out. I was thinking maybe I should have been a fortune teller instead of a hunter. You should leave it be. Just be safe. The car system has already called for roadside assistance. Unable to do anything else, Zane closes the hood, dusts off his hands, and then glances at the motorcycle behind me.
Are you already tackling a difficult mission when not even 2 days have passed?
It's not that bad. I'm just here to see if the client's home has any wanderers.
Raymond?
You know him? We're not going to the same place, are we?
Someone invited me.
So what are you gonna do? You don't often see Zane stuck between a rock and a hard place. Stifling a laugh, I clear my throat, get on my motorcycle, I pat the back of the seat. Come on, let me do my good deed for the day. I'll take you there.
Will you be... Can your motorcycle do it?
Are you doubting my driving skills or this vehicle's capabilities?
Both.
Big eye roll. Good luck climbing the mountain, Dr. Zane. Consider it a workout. I start up the motorcycle and the AR navigation system immediately plans out the route.
Advent Navy says you're 13.5 kilometers away.
At that moment, Zane sits behind me.
I need to return to the hospital later. Let's not waste any more time.
You're pretty good at going with the flow.
Adaptability is a virtue. I'm aware.
As I step on the pedal, the speedometer jingle jumps. Caught off guard, Zane jerks back. I quickly hit the brakes and ends up slamming into my
Could the
back.
driver think of our passenger's safety for a moment, please?
I need to work on my attention span, guys. We arrived at the mansion, where the ornate iron gate slowly opens. We were greeted by a desolate courtyard shrouded in eerie silence. The architectural style is modern design and simplicity. A large pool surrounds it, and the water surface is blanketed of a blue-green algae. I know that's going to be pretty, but blue-green algae is not something you really want to have in your ponds, by the way. Not really. Zane, are you a close owner of a close friend of the owner?
He's a former patient of mine who has a serious congenital heart disease.
Okay. What kind of person is he? Is he friendly?
Nervous?
You know what I'm thinking. Is it obvious? Zane silently glances at me. A little. This is my first solo mission, after all. Weren't you nervous the first time you... Weren't you nervous when you did your first surgery?
Yes, would that make you feel better?
Yeah. A hint of mirth flashes in Zane's eye. He's about to be a dick.
I wasn't.
Of course he wasn't. Guy's an effing genius, of course. I want to stomp on his foot, but I hold myself back and stomp on his shadow instead. I know main character would do this, but I would never do that. Entering the mansion, my surroundings seem to blur. What captures my attention is the fish tank at the center of the hall. There's no water in it. An odd skeleton sits at the center of the tank under the light. It seems to appear dull and pale. Fin-like bones protrude from its pelvis. The skeleton lacks legs, its spine extended like a long string. Its pose is ominously beautiful, and it resembles a girl sitting cross-legged. This...
It's just art. Don't overthink it, Miss Hunter.
The butler presumes much there. The butler suddenly appears. He looks at me and Zane. He doesn't question our arrival. He doesn't seem particularly interested why we're here either. Hugging the fish tank's its spiral staircase that winds all the way to the ceiling.
Is he still in his collection room?
Yes, on the 3rd floor. Dr. Zane, you've been here before, so please make yourself at home. Regarding the Wanderer inspection, Miss Hunter, do you need me to accompany you?
I didn't think we needed to be accompanied, really, honestly. You can just do the looking around on your own. This is gonna get interesting. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm starting to have a little bit of focus issues right now. As the butler and Zane leave, I begin to explore the mansion. While the skeleton is suspicious, neither my Hunter Watch nor my Evol can detect any metaflux from it. Maybe it's just a quirky decoration? I climb up the stairs. Above me is a collection room on the 3rd floor. Through the door, I can hear 2 people talking.
I've invited you to my home several times before. You only visit when I'm not feeling well. Dr. Zane, I wonder if you see me as a patient or just a subject for observation.
According to the OXO remote monitor, your vital sign data has improved. The equipment also determined your age to be far younger than what it actually is.
Aren't you curious about why I haven't died yet?
Not particularly.
I'll admit I was for a time. However, it was nothing more than that.
Your colleague praised you, saying there are things only the 2 of you can do. I'm very curious now. Xander Sciences will provide you with the best staff, the best lab, and even the best treatment. Dr. Zane, what you perceive as the limit of your talent is just another beginning in your career.
When you reach the finish line, I'll be right there cheering for you.
Lost in thought, I lean on the windowsill to staircase, chirping birds outside. The sound of footsteps bring me back to reality. I turn around and see Zane going down the stairs. He doesn't look away. On the handrail, his hand has countless faint scars.
Listening in?
Not really. It seemed like somebody was trying to headhunt you. You're good at not giving in to temptation.
Please don't put me on a pedestal. I'm just a normal doctor. I have no intention of straying from the path I've chosen.
Fair enough. Eavesdropping is exactly polite. It's when Zane's personal matters involved. I steer the conversation to a different direction. A normal doctor who won the Starcatcher Award, the youngest person to receive the Linde Award. I promise I'll never be late to your appointments again in the future. I make a gesture to show I'm swearing on my honor as a joke. Zane reaches out to put my hand back at his side. But then, almost an imperceptible ripple appears in the air, like somebody plucked a cord. Ah, Wanderers. It's Metaflux. The resonance trail leads straight to the collection room. I run up the last few steps, and my hunter's watch confirms my suspicions. Metaflux gathering at alarming speed behind the heavy door. I really love the artwork. The current situation forces me to kick down the door. Raymond sprawled out on the carpet, unconscious. That's worrisome. God, that artwork is so haunting. The light flickers as I sense the invisible pressure weighing down on me. The Wanderer is on the move. Zane, get him out of here. I'll handle this.
How long will you be able to last?
Whoosh! An icicle flies towards the Wanderer as it appeared in the blink of an eye. Zane is standing right next to me.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
We have no arguments here. So, I can't edit anything in this, so I'm just kind of having to fly by the seat of my pants as a level 1. Luckily, they make these first fights really easy. And I also can't use auto. Wah, big deal.
It could appear at any moment. Be careful.
Don't let your guard down either.
Here comes another attack.
It's a tough one.
You have me if you need someone. It's not over yet.
I won't let my guard down.
Impressive. As expected of a hunter.
I'm flattered.
Our culture finally revealed itself.
There it is.
Get behind me. Are you satisfied?
I'll wrap it up from here. Thanks, Dr. Zane.
Like I said, fairly easy fight. And that's where we get another Zane card. I like that they give you a card. I just
Male,
wish
39 years old. He collapsed from shock because a wanderer appeared 5 minutes ago. No external injuries. His heart rate is normal and his pupils react normally to light. The address is...
The notification appears telling me the mission is now considered complete, but I can't shake off this lingering feeling of unease. While the wanderer has been dealt with, there's something still off about the room. Huh? What is that? A stunning oil painting hangs on the wall opposite the sofa. It depicts a brilliant blue sea cascading white waves. Each brushstroke feels alive as countless fairies... Okay. The stunning oil painting hangs on the opposite wall of the sofa. It depicts a brilliantly blue sea with cascading white waves. Each brushstroke each brushstroke feels alive as countless fairies. The edge of the stained sea, stained crimson, like something is being torn apart, swallowed, and coalescing into a blood clot. It's a very peculiar painting. I try to scan it, but there's nothing. I place my hand on the frame and try and resonate with it. A gloomy weather, the sound of ocean, salty humidity slowly creeps into my hair. This is... It should feel a strong way at all. Consecration. The swirling fog carries a faint ethereal melody of the sea breeze. It sounds like a song, yet it is also a lament. This feels like a siren song. It really does. I know that's the whole point, but I can't help but the air feel it becomes increasingly dense and everything begins to blur. A chilling cold gradually surrounds me. Like, sincerely, I love
Snap out of it.
the music that they chose for this.
Did something catch your eye? You were in a daze.
Zane frowns, holding up a cup that's been completely frozen, speechless. Seriously? You've been smacking that against my neck?
The teacup didn't work, so I had no choice but to increase the dosage. What happened?
I shake my head, and I look at the painting again. A metaflux-infused painting caused hallucinations? Could this be why Raymond was acting so strange? Was it also the Wanderer's hiding place? The rescue helicopter arrives and takes in an unconscious Raymond. Zane insists on accompanying him to the hospital.
Take care. Try not to forget the time of your next checkup.
Alrighty, Dr. Zane. Be safe. So what I find interesting here is they actually did follow some semblance of what medical protocol would have been in this case. So like when you're on a scene and you have some level of care, whether that be an EMT basic, an EMT2, or an EMT paramedic, nurse practitioner, whatever, whoever the highest member is on scene that provides care, they can't transfer care until they transfer it to somebody of equal level or higher. I know that there are some cases where doctors can get away with like turning over care to somebody lesser than, but most of the time, whoever has the highest level of care has to continue on until such time as they reach somebody equal to or at a higher level than them to provide care. So I found that really interesting that they worked that into this as kind of like Zane's choice, but at the same point in time, maybe they're actually considering medical protocol and what it would have been for this kind of situation. So, interesting. Super interesting. I know. Don't forget about your car, and make sure it gets repaired.
Thank you.
I like the fact that Zane and MC actually already kind of have a rapport. It's kind of nice to know that, like, watching the helicopter disappear in the clouds, I let out a sigh of relief. I turn on my comms again, and the mission HMU 0048 3015. Coordinates are my current location. There's an oil painting that needs special treatment. So this is where you'll find like dates and other ASMR. It's actually really nice and really peaceful. The dates are really cute and they have different paths, so in order to get 100% completion, you will have to pay certain parts of the memory over, but it's nice.
I promise you, this restaurant is really good.
You always say that.
'Cause it's true.
That will be all. Thank you.
I'm starving, and I forgot my lunch again.
Sorry, we're full up right now. Would you mind waiting?
You're out of
Do
tables?
you want to go watch a movie
so-
after lunch?
Sure, as you wish.
There's this new sci-fi movie that's
Huh?
out, I think.
Zane?
Let me check.
You know each other? Maybe you can share a table.
That might not be...
Please.
Oh, alright.
Forget it.
I'll give you some time to decide then.
Yes, please. I'll have the lunch special, please. It's
The
really
statement's
quiet.
really cute.
Zane hasn't said a word since I sat down. Earlier, I thought I saw you making a little snowcat. It was so cute.
No. You are mistaken.
What a liar. I was pleasantly surprised when I found out you were the new attending physician.
Were you, though?
The weather's really nice today. It's only getting more awkward. I should probably just stop talking.
You... How is preparing for the Hunter's exam?
It's going well. I'm sleeping early, waking up early, and eating 3 meals a day.
It's 3 in the afternoon. Your meals seem to be quite late.
You're eating a late lunch too.
Here, please enjoy your meal.
I think I'll just eat.
Taro ice cream for dessert. Enjoy!
He didn't say anything. It's just like back then. Zane hardly ever spoke to me.
What is it?
It's nothing. I was just thinking... May I ask what brought you here? It's pretty far from Oxo Hospital.
I had errands to take care of and happened to pass by.
I see.
How's your family been? Is your grandma doing okay?
Yes, Grandma's doing fine. As soon as she found out that you were my doctor, she said she could rest easy, knowing I was in good hands.
Ice cream's melting.
Do you remember when we went to the aquarium together? To see the seals? I was so mad when that seal threw ice at me, and then you sent over a bunch of snowballs the very next day, just to mock me.
To mock you?
You left them in a box in front of my door. Looked exactly like this ice cream, all meticulously arranged, too.
Those snowballs. Do you still have them?
You used your evol to make them, right? The snowballs didn't melt. You totally did that on purpose. I had planned on throwing them at you, but who knew we wouldn't see each other again?
Have a nice day!
I always passed by this street on my way home. It's amazing how much it changed.
Still reminiscing?
Well, if I didn't run into you again, I would have never realized how time flies. Everything changes. Except for those 3 snowballs.
Just forget they even exist. You can pretend I never gave them to you.
So, you're not gonna tease me anymore?
Or maybe I was never teasing you in the first place.
Oh, that's...
Please, try not to mistake it for some snowballs this time.
snowballs also pee?
I have work this afternoon, so I'll be leaving now. The restaurant was great. I plan to eat here again. Let's eat out when we have time. Before this place changes, that is.
If you promise not to disappear again. See you later? At the hospital or wherever. Zane, it's good to see you again. It's only getting more awkward.
And here we go, going through all the different options.
Hey, Dr. Zane. Did you know that our mouths can be used for something other than eating? We can use them to smile, sing, talk, and tell jokes.
Like a lesser-known fact. Or lame joke.
Well, I tried my best.
Here, please enjoy your meal.
I think I'll just eat.
Taro ice cream for dessert. Enjoy!
He didn't say anything. It's just like back then. Zane hardly ever spoke to me.
What is it?
It's nothing. I was just thinking... This place, it used to be a pet store, not a restaurant, right? I remember seeing you around here a few times.
I must have taken a wrong turn when going to the bookstore nearby.
Wrong turn?
How's your family been? Is your grandma doing okay?
Yes, Grandma's doing fine. As soon as she found out that you were my doctor, she said she could rest easy, knowing I was in good hands.
Ice cream's melting.
Do you remember when we went to the aquarium together? To see the seals? I was so mad when that seal threw ice at me, and then you sent over a bunch of snowballs the very next day, just to mock me.
To mock you?
You left them in a box in front of my door. Looked exactly like this ice cream, all meticulously arranged, too.
Those snowballs. Do you still have them?
You used your evol to make them, right? The snowballs didn't melt. You totally did that on purpose. I had planned on throwing them at you, but who knew we wouldn't see each other again?
Have a nice day!
I always passed by...
Alright, and that's how you get 100% on your memories. Just gotta do that one last branch, and then we'll be able to get all the rewards from it.
Carrots. I didn't expect you'd still hate carrots. Just like before when we were little.
All it simply means is that I know what I like. How's your family been? Is your grandma doing okay?
As you can see, we got all of our rewards here, which makes it kind of nice. So those myths are kind of nice to have. The memorias and like tender moments, anecdotes, they're all different things. Like the tender moments with Xavier. The Garden of Secrets one is really sweet. There aren't any wanderers left to fight. Time to go off to work. We'll listen to it later. Trust me, there's a lot to go through in this game. Like, there's a lot of content here. But I'll do all of that with you guys at a later time. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm a little bit tired here. And it's kind of showing. Also, it's almost time for me to go play other games in real life. I've been sitting here editing this for a while now, and I haven't had to do much, to be fair. It's just voicing over and missing a crap ton of lines because the scripting's too fast. Like, if I had the script like laid out before me to where I didn't have to be dependent on when it's read on the screen and just had like the sound cues for it, it'd be a lot easier, but even then I'd stumble over my damn words. Like, my bloopers reels for this would be frickin' hilarious. And then again, my blooper reels for just about anything that I read would be frickin' hilarious. Especially if my brain decides to combine two words randomly. We're just finishing up some last of the texts here. This one's about Zane and Takeout. These are just from like different things. As you hit different levels and different levels of affinity, you're going to open up text messages or calls or other things. I'm not going to do any of the surveys like visually on here. Even though I earn things from doing those surveys for the game, mainly just because there is some things that they ask about data that I'd rather
There wasn't a lot of metaflux to extract. It'll be a while before the analysis gives us any useful info.
Okay.
Already ahead of you. Sold from an art gallery called Flux Arts. It's owned by Thomas. He's a professional art broker. The painting's artist is Raphael.
We're about to meet Raphael, guys.
He's pretty famous, always on the news. Probably why you've heard of him before.
Have we? Have we met him before, maybe? Maybe. Beep, the transmission is complete. Terra synchronization data appears. Raphael, 24 years old, an artist who returned to the country at the start of this year. He's a once-in-a-century genius. Records show Raphael came back from a trip not long ago. He's an odd one. No one knows his background or his hometown, and he rarely interacts with other artists.
Industry insiders say Raphael locks himself in his studio for half the year, then spends the rest of his time traveling the world for inspiration. As for his paintings, just last month, his art broke the record for highest selling price at Lizio auctions. An artist of this caliber, meeting him in person might be challenging.
I'll agree with that assessment. I skimmed through the long list of awards before stopping to look at a photo of him. A sense of deja vu washes over me. He's that rambling guy with the fish. The photo's a good shot, though. It captures a glass in the middle of the crowd. It captures the moment he turns around at the camera. He seems to be smiling, yet there's a subtle aloofness. He's quite different from the person I met at the time. Might be challenging, still means that there's a chance. Where is the gallery located? The next morning, the Hunters Association arranges a meeting with Thomas. He's not only the owner of Flux Arts, but also Raphael's agent. Aside from running the gallery, he handles the external affairs for the artist. Since Raphael refuses visitors, Thomas is the only ticket to meeting the man himself. A white building stands tall in the city center business district. Flux Arts is on the highest floor.
I'm sorry. Thomas is dealing with an emergency right now. If you're not in a hurry, he said you could walk around the exhibition as you wait.
I'm so used to exhibitions being on the first floor. Anyways, thank you very much. After giving me a guidebook, the staff member quickly leaves. In the exhibition, the snow-white walls bare overhead are cast soft lights on them. The more I walk around, the more empty and lonely the place appears. There doesn't seem to be any fluctuations. A spotlight illuminates a large painting taking up half a wall. As I get closer to it, I can see each delicately painted brushstroke. The difference, the colored layers representing the sea. This painting is...
The Day of Ebbing.
A voice from who knows where echoes throughout the large exhibition, sorry. It sounds familiar. I look around, but the hall is empty.
Every year there's a day when the tides go against the ocean currents, and using the night's countercurrent, creatures from the deep sea are washed ashore. Once the tides recede at dawn, they return home. As a result, everything they met that night turns into distant memories of the surface world. Some deep-sea creatures are obsessed with the world outside the ocean, desiring its warmth. They stubbornly wait for the sunrise before returning, all just for a sun they've never, ever seen before.
Who are you? The person stops talking. Seconds turn into minutes before he
I'm
responds.
Raphael. This is my art exhibition.
Let's go back in and find out more. The exhibition hall is silent. The hologram projector casts a soft glow as it reflects on faint particles in the air. Are you? See, I want to say voice assistant here, but I'm going to say, you're Raphael himself. Where are you hiding?
I'm the embodiment of his inspiration and thoughts, more or less.
Okay. His voice is cold, yet laced with a hint of nonchalance. Ah, it's AI. Will you answer the question I asked you about the paintings?
Yeah, sure. If I know the answer, that is.
As turning a few corners, I find myself in a separate exhibition room, but the painting's missing. According to the guidebook, the painting that's supposed to be here is the one that
The painting
Raymond
can't be
purchased.
properly displayed at the moment, so we're just going to use some fancy hologram tech. A dream. was a kid, I had dreamed I turned into a fish. I swam and swam and swam from the deep sea, seeking a place beyond the water's surface, only to end up in blood-red seawater.
A light shifts with his voice, casting a shimmering gleam. It looks like glittering waves. The room seems to ebb and flow like the sea. A pinkish hue gradually shifts into a dark crimson. Why did the sea turn red? He doesn't answer my question. Maybe he doesn't detect any important keywords, so he just keeps talking.
It was the first time I ever saw such a color. Who knows how many years I've spent trying to recreate it, but I never really could get that same shade of red. It was always a slightly different hue, you know?
For some reason, I can almost hear the faint melody from Raymond's mansion again.
Sorry, miss.
No. The lights are normal, the hologram vanishes. Walking as if waking from a dream, I turn to see a man standing behind me. He must have approached me when I wasn't looking. You know, for a
I'm
hunter,
Raphael's
we really
art gallery
lack
manager, Thomas.
observation. We really lack a sense of observation. Thomas leans back in his uniquely designed chair, crossing his legs. His leather shoes shine. He motions for me to sit down across from him. I fill him in on what transpired at Raymond's mansion. I even mentioned the Wanderer being possible connection to the painting. Thomas's face turns pale, but then he quickly regains his composure.
So you're suggesting Raphael might have messed with his own painting?
It doesn't matter if he's responsible or not, since the Wanderer could have been in his art, his studio, Raphael himself, or even your gallery might be in danger. Please tell me everything you know. Thomas rubs his expensive cufflinks, hesitating, then takes a while before he finally speaks.
Mr. Raymond, a renowned art collector famous for his discerning taste, graced Flux Arts with his presence last month. Despite the gallery being filled with better paintings, he was utterly smitten with that one. He needed to buy it. Had to nag Raphael before he finally agreed to sell it. During the process of arranging, displaying, and selling the painting, more than a dozen people have been in contact with it. No one mentioned anything about a Wanderer.
But if someone starts to hallucinate because of it? Thomas pauses for a moment, then bursts into a fit of laughter.
What a nice compliment. Making people literally go crazy over artwork isn't something many artists can pull off these days.
Are you saying he's trying to cause drama to increase the value of his work? Thomas clears his throat and rubs his nose.
I wish. If Raphael cared about that stuff, my job would be a piece of cake. Wait until you meet him. You'll see what I mean.
Sure,
he
we
did
will.
mention something a while back, said he often heard strange noises in the studio late at night. I thought he was trying to trick me. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, he's sick. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, a Wanderer showed up. Could you do me a favor and check if there's actually a Wanderer at his studio? I would love to see the tomfoolery he plans to do next.
A thread of light quivers in the air. The sudden metaflex fluctuation draws my attention to the display case on the wall. What are those over there? He looks over his shoulder.
Oh, coral stones. Raphael uses them for his paint. Are you interested in them? Sure. Visit the giant white building over there on White Sand Bay. That's where he lives. His memory is non-existent, so the door's open. You can just walk right in. Could you tell him to hurry up on that painting he's working on? I already sold it to someone.
He's here, right? I sense energy traces behind this door.
I like how much detail they put into the painting, and just like the strokes and everything.
Who is it? The studio's closed. Wait, aren't you the hunter from before? You... Move!
You!
Ow, 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 ow! Let go! Let go of me!
I literally had that happen to me the other day. Like, you guys have no clue. I was sitting on a tall stool and there wasn't like a way for me to like have a table at my level to kind of push off of, and my like pocket caught on the chair, and over with the chair I go. I caught myself mostly, but yeah,
I really
it was
can't tell
embarrassing.
if it's destiny or bad karma for us to meet again after 2 days. Anyway, you're not here to check on the fish, are you?
You know that I'm a hunter, right? I'm here to deal with the Wanderer problem.
Oh? I had no idea there was something dangerous at the studio. Ah, wait. Now I remember. I did hear some weird noises while I was painting earlier. It was very annoying. Thomas sent you, huh?
A Wanderer chewing on his canvas? Could be connected. So where are they?
I'm not an animal that can use my ears to locate some prey. It's probably downstairs, upstairs, or somewhere else. In any case, wanderers are everywhere. Literally. I even heard there's one that's sort of like a lemon. Am I wrong? One time I dreamt about slimy rainbow-colored wanderers. The paint can't be mutating, right?
Unlike the Raphael in those magazine interviews. Is this what you use to make your paints?
Thomas let you have it?
Other than rocks, do you use anything else that's weird?
Well, nothing is weird if you can get color from it. Fine. Do mummy bandages count? Different refinement processes don't necessarily produce the same tint of brown,
That's
though.
not what I meant. What else is there?
You've asked me so many questions, yet you're not here to solve my issues, are you?
What are you?
I've only used this batch of coral stone pigment for one painting.
Alright guys, we're getting closer to wrapping up. Just a few more things to go.
So you knew about Raymond. His erratic behaviors related to you.
What sort of twisted logic is this? And why are you only thinking about everyone else? I'm a victim too. Also, that coral stone is mine. Give it to me, now.
You're not going to tell me the truth, are you? If your art causes any more problems, it won't be just me next time.
Really? A hunter can only be patient for 3 minutes? I wasn't done talking. Let me check first. I also would like to know if the problem here is the coral stone.
It's hot! Illusions.
Well, that explains why I
Interesting.
started hearing things right after getting a paper cut.
Fluctuations. Do you have a lot of valuables here?
Depends on who you ask.
Answer me.
Not really.
Then you should hide. Now. Leave the Wanderer to me.
Excuse me? This is my house. You should be the one hiding. Don't damage my treasures.
Well, this should be interesting. We're getting ready to get into a fight with Raphael against a Wanderer. Not that this was unexpected. Trust me, it was expected.
I don't see any wanderers. Is it up ahead, maybe?
You're right. Should we go together?
Snow crabs? In this economy?
Don't underestimate it. It has a protocore shield.
It's trying really hard to act tough, huh?
Look out! It's about to throw a fit.
This is taking forever, and I'm barely doing any damage to it. Shouldn't we team up?
So one of the things is I prefer
We
the
destroyed
DPS
one
play
layer.
in this game
Good job.
to melee.
Shouldn't we use another resonance skill?
However, the melee is good. You just have to
Our
dodge
teamwork
a
is
lot
definitely
more,
getting better, don't
or
you think?
sit and take the damage.
I guess.
And since a lot of your skill checks to get the stars on your completion
completely destroyed
are
its protocol
dependent
shield.
on
Attack!
your
It's
health
definitely
level
easier to
when you finish,
deal with now.
it, you know. But I love Raphael's fight style. I love
guess
double
fighting in a
daggers, but
team can
then
be pretty
again,
fun.
that should
Leave it to the
be no
professionals.
surprise. Personally, you know, if I'm gonna fight melee, I do like either dual wielding or dual wielding short swords or daggers. Anything that's dual wielding is good for me. And then for like obviously ranged,
The Metaflux is stronger.
I prefer.
Is it because of Raphael's blood?
Looks like they're all A-okay.
Arrows?
The Wanderer was nice enough not
But-
to harm them.
I see this coral stone is imbued with some Metaflux. Where did you get it?
You can't just buy coral stones from the market. I might have bartered with the Sardinian locals, or maybe...
Your memory cannot be that bad.
Want to check my collection
not.
log?
You have a log?
If
There
only
are
he'd be
millions
more
of
kind
colors.
about
Some
giving
people even
it to
create
you.
samples of their own paint. If there's actually a problem with the source,
True.
how are you guys going to deal with it?
Investigate. Might have to
Especially
close
when you're
off the
making your
area.
own paid circ laces. You do want to keep a history of it.
I
It makes
won't
it
just
easier
give it
to
to you for
recreate,
free.
believe it or not.
Unless we get an alternative. Coral stones can be found near Lincoln City. I was planning to have a look-see. It's a shame I got injured today. I can't even lift a paintbrush. I'll be in trouble if I encounter any danger.
All right. What do you want?
I saw how you fought, quick and precise. That final strike was unlike anything I've seen before. If you could be my bodyguard.
What?
Protect me on our journey together. If we find an alternative, I'll happily give you what's in my hand right now. Don't worry, I can wait.
Raphael.
Consider this a private commission from yours truly. The door's over there.
To be honest,
This mission is too
Raphael
important.
cracks me up
So, I have no choice but to play
with the
along for
whole,
now. All
you
right,
can be my
I'll do it.
bodyguard.
But don't push your luck.
Great, I'll let you know the time and place.
I can't even hold a paintbrush. He's such a baby, but at the same point in time,
My safety is in your hands.
he doesn't mean it in like a bad way. He's just a little bit of a brat. Like, sweet. A little bit, like, teasing, but he's definitely brat energy, but he cracks me up. I love his sarcasm and snark. I think that that's what I like about Raphael the best, is like his ability to like transfer over the sarcasm and snark. It's cute. Okay, it's the train window, the scenery, a glass dome of looming over metallic skyscrapers. The neon lights flicker in the rain, and the kaleidoscope of colors are reflected. The coral stone's metaflex is faint. It must not be easy to detect, huh?
Don't worry. I'll let you know the results as soon as we get them. But we did stumble upon something new at the abandoned research base. Interested?
What did they find? A box with illegal solid sold protocols?
It's got all these weird
Ooh.
patterns and symbols. They found it in the area we've been keeping an eye on.
A stele. Wasn't it basically specialized in researching protocors? How did that happen?
Who knows? Sadly, part of it blown up. Nero mentioned something about it.
As the train enters the tunnel, a whistle reverberates and Tara's voice becomes muffled. Alongside the sharp noise are ripples in the air. Oh shit. We're about to face some wanderers again. Something's not right. I look up at the glass domes, weary faces illuminated in the screen's glow. It's rush hour, evening rush hour, and the train is mostly filled with office workers and students. Amidst the panic, the train exits the tunnel. At that moment, accompanied by the alert from the Hunter's Watch, a shadow passes the dome.
It sounds pretty loud over there. Is something happening?
There's a wanderer outside the train. Sync up with my new position now.
Got it. Switching to the emergency comms channel. Stay on your toes.
We are approaching Universum Station. Please get ready to exit the train. Passengers should use the doors on the left.
The energy fluctuation monitor inside the station has already sounded the alarm. I quickly leave the train and grab the arm of a staff member who was pushed to me by the crowd. I'm a hunter from unicorns. Evacuate everyone until the alarm is lifted. Do not let anyone re-enter the station. The young man with silver hair stands in front of the vending machines. He moves his wrist near the green code scanner. Click. He slowly bends down. He is waiting for the energy drink to roll into the compartment, seemingly oblivious to the chaos around him. This must be
You got a
Xavier.
new mission. Go help out your new teammate.
Hey, young lady, you can't go there.
When he lifts his head, a figure enters in the sight. They gracefully walk on the train's dome and leap all over the platform, landing several meters away.
We didn't expect things to escalate so quickly. I've sent you the rendezvous coordinates. You'll also receive her personal info.
The hunter fastens a strap to the specialized hunter zip line and gives it a strong pull. Whoosh! He disappears as a dot in the night sky.
No need to bother. We've met before.
You know her already? Regardless, her abilities are unique compared to the rest. You need to protect her.
Xavier looks up, staring at the dark clouds in the night sky that have encroached over the city.
She doesn't need protection.
Lightning illuminates the night. Thunder roars. The heavy rain engulfs the neon-lit Lincoln. So I like the fact that Xavier says you don't need protection, which is cool because he actually gives us credit for being able to stand on our own. Which is cool because he actually recognizes the fact that we actually have trained well enough to be able to handle ourselves. But yeah. Okay, and here we are. You see how we're having to align the cores. It's only going to let you do 2 for this one, and I can't really level up before I go in. Again, this was one of those ones that's kind of like set. And I hadn't been trying to level up any 3 stars. That's why you saw one that had only a 1 level, and you saw my other one that had a 9 level.
I'm sleepy.
That we had leveled up earlier. Again, our auto is grayed out, so this is going to be a manual fight.
It's time.
Here
the
we go.
enemies are weak. Now's
If
our
you
chance.
have that option to do your
up the
resonance
momentum.
skill right off the bat, I
I'll
always
show
like
you.
doing that.
Xavier.
I'm here.
And just make
Watch
sure
out.
that you're rapidly tapping. And then also using your dodges.
Come to me.
It helps out.
Bring it on.
Especially if you're trying to stay at a health rate that's above 90, but you need
It's time.
like
Here we
actually balance that with your damage that you're doing.
I'm not afraid.
Because you still wanna
Weak.
you're still on a time limit with all of these.
I'll show you.
And while it is to some degree
It's
a skill
time.
issue,
Here we
The
go.
enemies
it
are
also
weak. Now's our
is
chance.
the class of your memories,
Everything went well.
you know, what grade your memories are, the grade of rarity your memories are, your, when you can do protocol enhancements, your protocol, your, you know, making sure your stalactum aligns with what the Wanderer is. All of those things play really super important roles. So now we're going to actually be able to choose. Auto-equipping is an easy way to kind of guide yourself into what protocors you need. I use it just as a crutch, just because sometimes I'm not wanting to put a lot of thought into it and just want to get boom, 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 go. So because I'm like that with it, you will see me a lot of times just use the auto-equip because it does work. It also, you know, kind of puts the ones that have more behind it, you know, so the ones that you have higher protocol, you know, levels on, the ones that you have a higher rank on, and the ones that you have a higher rating. So whether they're a 3, a 4, or a 5-star rating. So it's going to kind of prioritize all that for you. It kind of takes a lot of the guesswork out. But if you find something that works better and you set your teams, definitely worth using. As you can see, we have like multiple weapons at this point. We have our original gun set. We have the short sword. We have the we have the other sword, which the claymore. Sorry, my brain was freezing on what type of sword it was. So you will get a wand as well, like a full stave wand, a stave style wand.
It's time.
And that one's pretty awesome to have too.
Light, shine down upon me.
Here I go. Can you keep up?
I didn't even sweat. Bring it on.
Are you okay?
I was just careless. You won't escape.
Keep up the momentum. It's time.
Here we
the
go.
enemies are weak. Now's our chance.
Light, shine down upon me.
Here I come. It's done.
Everything went well.
Okay, so the funny thing is about the fact that since I did study martial arts, I actually do have a staff. I do have I do have a wooden sword. I have a practice, another style of practice sword. I have an actual katana. I have a bow and I do have arrows. I have the shorter wooden sticks. In the Philippines, it would be bongbongi or bokens. And I've learned that style of art as well. So like I have a whole bunch of different weapons like sitting in my garage. Or sitting in my room. And the funny thing is they can be used for cosplay purposes as well as a more realistic looking bow. I enjoy it. It's fun. I've determined I really don't like the smart lock on.
Let's bring it down
I like
together.
the priority lock on, but actually I prefer not to do either and just be able to choose myself.
Here we go.
But if you're not careful,
Xavier.
your MC will switch over to something you don't
not
want it to
afraid.
be on. And when I don't need to deal with ads, and I just want to be focusing on this, but ads are coming in.
Easy on you.
Xavier, pick up the present already. Eat this.
Keep up the momentum.
I don't necessarily want to do that.
It's time.
Here we
The
go.
enemies are weak. Now's our chance.
By the way, as of today, I was able to
Xavier.
get up to level 3 on Mr. Beanie
Watch out.
and
It's getting back up.
Heartbreaker.
It's done.
Everything went well.
I was able to get up to level 2 on all the on all the shards for the so like pumpkin, lemonetta, I was able to get to level 2 on those today. A day later and up to level 25. Because I'm not doing MSQ unless I'm streaming it.
I'm sleepy. Let's get this over with. This one might be a handful. It's time.
So one
Here
of
we
the
go.
things about this one is I don't like the
I'm
way that
not
the
afraid.
auto makes you go after those.
Bring it on.
I'm not saying that the envelopes aren't important, but the order that it makes you go after it when
It's
it's
like a summoning ritual.
the circle,
Let me
it
try.
causes you to miss them.
Xavier, I summon thee.
And I just really quickly run it in a circle that's spiraling
the
down
momentum.
closer, and I'm
Bring it
able
on.
to get all of them and basically cause
Go
the
back to the
death
pit you came
of
from.
Heartbreaker sooner. So that's like my personal strategy with
Don't
it.
push yourself too hard.
Occasionally, I get
It's time.
if I get too close,
Here we
I
go.
do get blocked. But for the most part, yeah, like this part right here,
Can you keep up?
this
I didn't
this right
even
here.
sweat. Not
You
even
see
a
how
challenge.
But that's a better way than the way that they do it when it's auto, where they kind of like run you in weird, like almost like a star shape. And you think that it would be more efficient, but no, it's not. It actually causes you to miss more. Yeah, so this is your Protofield Stalactrum. And the Stalactrums are what you like use to help level your cards up. So like you have to have so many shards of Stalactrum in order to level each of your cards up.
Let's bring it down
And when you get
together.
into the higher levels, let's just say that like leveling once you get
Let's make
above
this quick.
50
It's
becomes
time.
really
we go.
difficult,
Enemies are
and you
weak.
kind of have
Now's
to
our
focus on
Bring it on.
upgrading
Light,
one
shine
card
down
at a
upon me.
time
Here I come.
and
Watch
making
out.
sure
It's
that you
getting back up.
have the coins,
Keep up the momentum.
the protocors,
Have you ever heard of a hat trick?
the protocore
Is it a
stalactrums,
magic trick?
and
Ask questions later. Hit its hat.
I am not
It's
afraid.
time.
Here we
The
go.
enemies are weak. Now's our chance. End it.
and get it up. Which is why I'm grateful
Bring it
for the
on.
event where
Not
for
even a
30
challenge.
pulls it gives you more. So Just remember that 30 goes really quick when you're doing 10 at a time with the 80 for pulling. So just remember, you know, be very cautious about that when those things come up because you want to make sure that you're putting it in the right things. So far, so good for me. But yeah. I did finish all my dailies already for today for this, so all 4 accounts worth. I did go ahead and download a couple of other games I'm interested in.
I'm sleepy.
So I should
Let's get
have
this
some
over
other
with.
games to like pepper in
Let's make this quick.
that are going to be game based,
Okay,
my
no
phone based. But I've got to figure out that stupid sound issue.
Leave me alone!
Stay away from him.
I hit myself with my own acid. Darn it!
It's really
Beginning to wonder.
Are you worried about it?
If I just need
Go
to
back
not
to the
have my
pit you came
Bluetooth
from.
on.
Keep
And
up
that's
the
what was
momentum.
causing the
Watch out.
confusion.
It's getting back up.
I'll try and stream from my phone later without there being a headset attached to it and see how that
It's
goes.
time.
But I try
Here we
to
go.
use headsets
End it.
mostly because I
Everything
don't
went
want
well.
you guys to have the echo of the game, but didn't seem to matter. The echo of the game still came through. So I think in this case, it's like one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. Unless I'm going to run everything through my vid capture, it's just not going to be doable. And with my vid capture, I'd have to have a HDMI to C in order for that to work. So, or use BlueStacks, and I'm not going to do that because BlueStacks doesn't really work well with a lot of games. Unfortunately, it kind of like with Love and Deepspace, it doesn't work smoothly. So unless it works smoothly, there's no point.
Concentrate. Don't underestimate it. It's your turn.
No
It is
problem.
weak. Now's our chance.
You won't escape. Zane,
Here it comes. Leave it to me. Is this recovered? Be careful.
I'm getting the hang of it.
So tired. It's time to sleep.
Yawning is contagious. You look tired.
You noticed.
It is weak. Now's our chance. It is fallen one.
We crushed them.
So as you can see, like, we hit most of our stuff yesterday. It was just like spending that stamina that was like the main thing that we ran into when I was streaming this. I know I'm supposed to stream tonight, and I know I'm like super late for already streaming. I was supposed to stream on Tuesday. So if you guys are watching this, just understand that I like, it took me so long to edit this that I had to not stream or move my stream to later. We'll see what happens. If I do, I'm probably going to stream something fairly like easy, like Final Fantasy, because I don't think I'm going to have enough time to do anything on BG3. Just saying. I'm at the end of that game, and pretty much everything I'm doing right now that's wrapping up things is going to take some sweet ass time to get done. Like Gortash killing off other people. Finding all of the body parts for a certain clown. What do you want me to do it this time? There's no reason to say no. You saved a turtle? When? I do like the fact that Raphael saves animals. That was like a benefit in his flavor. That savior not killing friendly wanderers that are intelligent, based off the fact that they're non-violent at the time. Stuff like that, like, actually does matter. Like, the kindness matters. Even Silas, in like some of the more recent memories that I've had from him on one of my other playthroughs, like, his kindness does matter. Like, feeding stray animals. Like, going and buying tuna from a food truck, opening up the cans, and feeding a shit ton of stray cats. Like, that gets props in my books. Leader of a mafia style, like, triad style, like, group or not, that wins brownie points in my books. Kindness towards animals and kindness towards children or little people, like little tiny kiddos, you know, little humans, like, that wins some brownie points in my book, because, you know, kids aren't easy to deal with all the time. I know, I've taught them. But they're the best and most rewarding the age group teach, to be fair. Just because you can, especially when you're teaching them something that requires muscle memory, watching them grow from like a gross motor skill to finer motor skills is really sweet. But kids are cute. Kids are super cute when they're taking martial arts classes. So we aren't gonna have the spending time with you until we get the affinity level of one of them to like 20, and then you still have to get it even higher to get the workout so that you can earn the workout gear. I'm like 1 day away from earning the workout gear on my oldest account with Silas, which is kind of nice. Would I like to have it on all four? Yes. Do I really care if I get it on full 4? No. At this point, no, because I can do it in separate games, and then I can like more focus my gameplay on each game, which makes it easier, shorter time to get through and then see that. But again, like where I'm at on different games is different for everybody. That Raphael and your eyes, the outfit that you get from that outfit is pretty sweet. I have to admit, it's a very snazzy outfit. So as you can see, I'm like all over the place. Like they all, to me, have different appeals for like different like aspects that would make them a good partner for somebody. But as far as like actually giving enough of a give a F to like actually sit there and choose an LI that I just absolutely adore, it's not gonna happen. To me, this is a game. And, you know, it's an outlet to like, you know, see how different things play out with different storytelling types and to actually kind of like engage in a story in a more like personal sense. That's what's great about games. It's like not real, and you can engage in different personality types, etc., and explore the like the thought processes or the motivations behind different types of actions that you would take and the different types of actions that are taken by those around you. So it's just interesting. Oh yes, this part. This is that new memory that's going out, like the
Miss Hunter,
the auto.
would you like to star in a poster?
I just finished this memory today on my OC account
That's
for
right.
this, and
You were amazing when fighting the trash can earlier. Having seen you
it's
in action,
super stinking
I think your
cute.
skills and charisma make you the ideal model for a poster.
Because when you find out what you find out with this, if you haven't gotten all the way through it, let's just say that it makes you realize that the LI for this one,
Miss Hunter, I'm not a scammer. I'm sorry.
actually
I
cares.
forgot to introduce myself. I'm Autofo, a photographer from Twinkle Photo Booth. Our photography studio has just started a couples photo shoot event. The participants' photos will be displayed on the studio's window. We're also doing a poll. The most popular couple photo will win a special prize from us. It even comes with an exclusive photo booth ambassador frame. Let me tell you a secret. Our photo shoot theme this time is campus. Miss Hunter, what does the perfect campus couple look like to you? Do you want to be 18 again with your boyfriend?
No. Me and Raphael at 18. Huh. Alright. You convinced me with your enthusiasm. I'll sign up.
Thank you, Miss Hunter. You and your boyfriend will be the most dazzling campus couple in the photos we take.
If I was 18 years old again with Raphael, what would it be like? I can't wait to find out. I would not want to be 18 again. Not gonna lie. there are things I would like about being younger, but like the fact that you do have the ability to be carefree, but there are certain other things that come with being an adult. Even though it comes with a ton of responsibilities, I would not want to be that age again. But yeah, pros and cons to everything, but I would not want to be 18 again. I have fond memories of it, but I don't want to go relive it. So on the day that I'm recording this on, the next day that I did for this, when I took the photo for this, I couldn't get higher than 2. It bugged the crap out of me. I was so mad. I was like, "Rrr." The snapshots are really cute that you can take through this. I do wish for this one event I had more poses and stuff to do, because it does limit your score, I found. At least I found that it did. Not having the outfits and other things. Because I do have a lot more on my other accounts that I've earned through playing daily. Here I am. I'm just adding people, mainly because it does help to have friends on the game, on all these games. I didn't actually check to see if there was any RAL friends that play this, which I probably should. But like most of my IRL friends, to be frank, are acquaintances because I'm such an introvert. Or they're old coworkers. And I can guarantee you at least 75% of my old coworkers would not play this. Yeah, I can honestly say over 75% of my old coworkers would not play this. Call it a hazard of working in mostly traditionally masculine fields and being surrounded by a bunch of dudes that were pretty much hopped up on testosterone. And for the ones that I did work with, females, most of them were already mothers, not very good gamers. They were like, you know, your more mainstream type girlies. So they really weren't gamers. Now, they might have played this game had it been introduced to them, but for the most part, like, they already had other things going on in their lives, and the idea that they'd take a break to play this just doesn't really strike me as something that they would do. Some of my medieval reenactment people might, but I would find out that I probably would say more of the ones that I knew that, like, enjoy East Asian cultures would probably, this like would be more their style game. So like I have maybe like 3 or 4 people out of all the people that I've ever met that I know that would play this game. Maybe 5. Like as far as like, you know, people that became at least work friends or acquaintances. But yeah, most of the people I know who would play this would be like people that I know from guilds or from other creative endeavors that I've participated in. But most of them are more focused on their sewing or other things for reenactment or Ren Fair stuff or cosplay. Speaking of which, I need to pull out my sewing machine again. Ha ha ha. There's nothing worse than a washing machine that damages your clothes. So I'm gonna have to pull out my serger. And serge a new neck for a shirt I had to cut the neck off of today because there was 2 holes near the collar. I have no idea how they got there either. Most likely from zippers. And the washer, and the fact that our washers spin, like the central agitator is like crap. I really hate washers and dryers now with central agitator. The washers that would have central agitators now. I actually prefer the no like central shaft agitator style now. It does less damage to your clothes over time. That and as I learned to care for certain types of undergarments better, I've learned that rinsing in hot water and hand washing for certain types of delicates is better for you. Whether that's men's underwear, women's underwear, you know, unisex underwear. It does less damage over time. And then most of the time, if it was just a very short wearing, you can actually get, especially if with corsetry you're wearing an undergarment underneath it, you can get away with a simple water and alcohol based spray. If you want to make it smell better, add a couple of drops of your favorite essential oils, and that does it. So, things that I've learned. It tends to work out really well. So. Oh, and baking soda and vinegar does wonders as solution for your washer and keeping your clothes nice and soft without adding a lot of residue. I learned this to take care of better take care of more natural fabrics that I have that I use in sewing. So also to take care of washing wools. For using different types of yarn. I don't know why I felt a need to unlock all of that, because it didn't really do me anything other than like just give me some information that was old. I shouldn't have even bothered. I just did it to do it. So as you can see, I'm like starting to get towards like the very end. I really played for a really super long time here. Again, just keeping up on the last bit of like social interactions that you have for the game to kind of like, you know, keep those affinity levels growing with your different allies. Yeah, there's not really a lot left to do. Yep, just trying to finish the last of this up. This was probably where I started to lose a little focus. It's where I'm losing focus now.
Let's bring it down together. This one might be a handful. It's time.
Here we go. Xavier,
I'm here.
eat this.
Can you keep up?
I didn't even sweat.
It's time.
Here we
The
go.
enemies are weak. Now's our chance. Keep up the momentum. Come to me.
Xavier.
The
I'm
one
here.
that
Watch
we
out.
got a
It's getting
2-star
better.
on.
End it.
I'll show you.
The first
Light,
time.
shine down upon me.
And then I went back
Everything went well.
and I was able to get... No, it was the Heartbreaker. The Heartbreaker was the one that I was able to do that on. I had to go back and get it, but like, hey, it's got now. It's just I learned that sometimes trusting the AI does not work well. And you would have thought with like 2 level 20s, that would have been like easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like, that wasn't the issue. The issue was the AI wasn't keeping me out of the way of dodging things the way it should, or
Let's
doing
get this
things in
over
a way.
Let's make this quick. It's time.
Here we go. My turn.
Pay attention
And I
to
don't
its
think I
move.
was streaming when that happened.
Be careful.
Moments. You strike down everything like a lance.
It's like a summoning ritual.
Let me try. Xavier, I summon thee!
Keep up the momentum.
My turn.
I like the whole
I am not
Xavier, I summon
Not even a
thee.
scratch. Time to get serious.
I can still go on.
Ah.
You won't escape.
Considering the field for
Where are these envelopes coming from?
Let's finish this already.
End it.
the field for
I
this
wasn't
keeps
worried.
your health
We did it.
consistently dropping. Those envelopes, like boosting your health, help make sure that you don't have that hit. You don't hit that critical level of hit point where you drop a star, which is nice. It's nice. Just trust me. So when you're looking at the selectum, the protocourse selectums that you need in order to level your cards, the level that you need to be in order to hit the next level on your to get those through that event on the bounty hunter area is always going to be a couple of levels higher than whatever the base level is. So like the first one, it's like level 5, and then they want you to have like level like 7 or something like that, and the next one they want you to have like level 23. Well, like everything else is level 15, so there's always going to be like a difference between what level
Let's
you
first
need
deal
to
with your
have
issue then.
for
What happened?
Heartbreaker and Mr. Beanie versus the last 3, Mr. Pumpkin, Lemonetta, and Snoozer.
Good to see you again, Miss Bodyguard. Hope to see you here next time I look for inspirations. This hand should be creating masterpieces.
I accidentally tapped
Yet
there.
it's
I did
become
not
your
mean to do
plaything.
that. And he's always that cheeky. So I like the desk thing because you can kind of customize it, and like Raphael's desk, when you get like the sets that you can get for them once you hit level 15, like his desk set is really like, it's like pinky purpley vibes, like fuchsia. You get like a lavender vibe with Xavier. You have like a blue vibe, obviously, with Zane, and then you get like that grayscale, like industrial vibe with like the sharp, like blacks, like strong colors against like the really starkly like light colors that you get with, and like metal and stuff like that that you get when you are looking at Silas's. So I kind of like it because you can kind of like customize these and make them however you want to have them. I don't know. I like the globe. By the time that I redo this, like when we start getting the abilities to get the plushies and stuff like that, it becomes less like, I don't know. It becomes more about the plushies that remind me of them. Like the crow plushie that they have for Silas, or like the penguin plushie for... I felt like the penguin plushie kind of meshed with Zane the best. Xavier, I don't know. I think kind of the unicorn one is like the best one for him. The Paramore, and then with Raphael, I don't know. Like Raphael, any of the ones that are super cute, like the wasabi octopus was kind of cute. The bunny one goes good with Xavier. The bunny that's a succulent goes good with Xavier. Trying to think of the other ones that kind of go good with Raphael. There were a few that I just can't think of right now. So you can find out facts about them, their birth date, all their stuff, and that, you know, with him, like, you know, death area. Oh, sorry guys, I'm starting to get tired. If I do stream tonight, it is going to be like such a short stream, and it is not going to be Final Fantasy or anything like that. I think I'm going to try and do a game stream from the phone again for like one of the other ones, and see if we can't get the sound quality better. Test that out. So Sinchoza, I'm sorry you couldn't hear me that night. I don't know why, but for some reason my sound does not play very well for this. It does not pick up my voice, even though it says it's picking up my voice. So I apologize for that. I had to re-record all of this. But you know, I do want to thank everybody who stopped in on that stream yesterday. Sorry I had to re-record the voice today. It's not as good, it's not as fresh today because I'm not like actively playing the game, which makes it a little bit harder for me to really keep focused for this long. Again, this was like a 3-hour stream. But yeah, so thank you guys for taking the time.
Do not be influenced by other people's emotions.
What I've been saying about me getting the video going for PlayStation is going to get postponed, unfortunately. I did not count for August, a certain bill in August being as high as it was, so I'm having to rearrange some things in order to make sure that our bills get taken care of. So I apologize. So no camera anytime soon, unfortunately.
Emotions.
I got all the rest of it, just not that. If I could just add in my phone's camera, it would be a lot easier. And then I could show you the cute little fluffy gray thing, and the cute little fluffy torty thing, and the cute little fluffy doggo, and the sweet little lizard who sleeps on my shoulder while I'm gaming. He did that earlier today. It was so cute. He came out during the middle of the day. And then him and his sister had an interesting interaction where Rowena got a little too prey-driven. Didn't hurt him or anything, but I monitored that very closely, but still, it made me nervous, so... Back up went Targo, while Rowena stayed outside. Yeah. But they gave each other a kiss. It was really sweet. She was sniffing him. He was tasting her. It was adorable. If I could have gotten photos. Alright, guys. Well, my streaming is going to be a little bit all over the place for a while I get used to this. I need to actually set aside time earlier in the day to do these edits if I need to. My problem is that I had stuff come up and it pushed my edit time back, which then again pushed my game time back to like actually log in. So I wasn't able to go log in and stream the game that I want to stream today. I'll be back on my phone and and streaming as well as doing that. Unfortunately for the phone streams, until I can figure out what is going to get my voice going, I may have to limit that streaming until I can do it through OBS, or I may have to rely on something like BlueStacks, which I really do not want to do. So hopefully we'll be able to figure out something.
Are you really that bored?
But again, thank you for sticking around to watch. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitch. I do stream somewhat regularly when I'm not sick, and I am trying to still reach affiliate status on both Twitch and YouTube. Again, this is Crafty Gamers Freya signing off. Ta-ta for now. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.